Head coach Maureen Boyle enters her 20th season with the Saints. She has an overall record of 347 wins, 285 losses, with her record at Carroll being 305 victories and 221 losses. Last season, the Saints had 2 second-team all-conference recipients, and they had 12 academic all-conference recipients, which was, I believe, best for second in the conference in terms of academic all-conference recipients. Coach Boyle has 4 Frontier Conference championships during her tenure, and we look forward to hearing from her and her student athletes today. I'm going to turn the time over to Coach Boyle.
Thanks, Scott. As far as our staff goes from last year to this year, we do have just a couple of changes. We've added Bob Montgomery, who's kind of a stat junkie and volleyball guru, going to be fun to have around. Christina Eichler, who is known as Smetana in her maiden name, where she was an All-American for us a number of years ago, is going to be spending a lot more time with us this year, putting in a lot of time already since we started on Saturday. They are a value addition to where we're at as a team. Our overall season outlook, I could sit and talk about for days, but more than anything, we are very much looking forward to this season, knowing that there's really not a lot of room for us to go anywhere other than up from last year. We're excited about the challenge. We're all put in different positions in life, and last year was a tough one for us. A lot of it out of our control, but with the experience that we gained last year on a tough injury season, I think that that's going to bode well. As you heard Coach Wagner talk about the experience that we'll be bringing back is experience that is completely invaluable when you look at the number of players we got on the court last year. Returning key players for us, sitting next to me is Julia Carr, who led the nation last year in digs. Julia is back for her COVID season. There's no way that I would be able to replace her right now, person to person. It might take 2 or 3, and so I'm ever grateful that she's back for one more season. We also return second team all conference in Sydney Gulick, who's an outside for us. Lauren Heiser is a returning sophomore who basically started her first match for us last year due to injuries and played the entire season in the middle for the Frontier Conference as a freshman. Key defensive players, we obviously return Julia. We return a couple of DSs that played for us a ton last year in Molly O'Connor and Jaden Muller. And Nora Allen, who was a setter for us last year, will be transitioning to defense where we recruited her to play. All those who got opportunities to play a significant amount of playing time that may not have otherwise. And so pretty exciting to add that to our team this year. New recruits and potential impact players for us this year, new to us from last year, are really Liz Heiser, who's a returning All-American from a couple of years ago, could not play last year due to medical issues, and Hannah Schweikert, who in our 3rd match of the year ruptured her Achilles and was out for the year. We returned both of those players, and that for me is going to be, they will be potential impact players for us. Key non-conference matchups for us. We have 3 preseason tournaments. The Big Sky Challenge, of course, in Butte. We're going down to LC State to play in a tournament down there. We're going to Ottawa University in Arizona to play a tournament. And in the middle of the season, we're in our break from the Frontier Conference, we'll be headed to Bellevue to play in the Strong Women Classic. Those we believe are going to be opportunities for us to showcase who we are and what we're capable of at that point in the season. And getting outside of our conference to get a look at what else is in the country. We believe that that is the way to go. That's a good, exciting way to spend our off week, going to Bellevue, just to be able to see where we're at in the middle of our conference season. I guess for Julia, I just want to ask, where do you think we'll be? What do you think about this upcoming season?
I would say going into the season, based on how last year was, and like Coach Mo said, we're moving up from where we were. And I mean, we had 4 of our freshmen were in the lineup that just get to college, thrown in, ready to roll. And I think now that they have a year under their belt, the experience we have and just the comfort overall is way higher than it was last year. We also have a few transfers that just blend in really well with the group, and the energy we have is just phenomenal. And again, everything is just already growing from what we were last year. And I think we've got a pretty good squad, pretty tough, and we're ready to compete. So very much so looking forward to it.
Are there questions from members of the media for Coach Boyle or for Julia? Luke, go ahead.
We can't hear you, Luke.
Oh gosh, sorry, I had it muted. I am not technically savvy. Coach Boyle, you've been a member of the Frontier for a long time, and next year the Frontier is set to expand, double in size. My question to you is, how excited are you for that move, and what are the emotions going to be, this season as the Frontier kind of closes out this chapter?
Yeah, I think it's an exciting move for us. I'm excited that Scott could come in and make waves the way he has. It's going to be great for the Frontier, but it's also going to be great for those schools coming into the Frontier. Talked about parity in the last session, and the parity in the Frontier as it stands today is absolutely incredible. Really at the end of the year, every year it seems like the last team can beat the first team. The last team can be anybody, and you're never comfortable going into those conference matchups. And so adding another six teams into that mix is probably going to raise the level in the conference, just to make sure that we're all prepared for what is to come. So kudos to those who have put in the time and the work to get those teams to join our conference. As it stands, we have one more year with where we're at right now, and that's what we're focused on. Excited to get going with that.
Other questions from the media? Gavin, go ahead.
Hi, this is for both Coach and Julia, whoever wants to take it. Obviously, outside of staying healthy, which is very important, what are some other keys to success this season for the team?
So I failed to mention that we do have 2 transfers coming in, one in Taysa Conger, who is from Colorado, and one in Rachel Stacy, who is from here in Helena. Both have come in and caused some rift on the outside. That's a really good problem to have. We currently have 7 who will be vying for 2 spots. And I think that healthy competition in practice really is going to help raise the level in our front row. There is a very healthy, competitive spirit in the gym right now. And I believe that the depth that we have created from last year to this year really is going to add to the excitement in hopes of finding a little more success this year. 2.
Yeah. I would say obviously keeping our hitters healthy makes a big difference with our squad. It'll be great having Liz and Hannah back. They are just two studs, and I think they learned a lot last year having to watch a whole season. That sounds awful to have to do, but I think from what they've learned from the bench and watching, they're just going to add even more than they did their first 2 seasons with us. Yeah, the energy in the gym, very competitive. And something that I talked to the team about was we're not just a team of 6 on the court and 1 libero that goes in. You need the 14 or 15 people at practice, and whoever's on the other side of the net is what's making the A team reach those goals, reach their potentials. And without them, we don't get to those points. And I think we are stacked on our other side of the net. And so I think going forward, having that in every practice is going to take us a far way this season. So very much looking forward to it.
I'll take the opportunity to ask the last question. Julia, you were the honoree from Carroll College as the Champion of Character recipient as selected by Coach Boyle. Take a few moments and just tell us what that meant to you last season and what that does for you as a student athlete.
Yeah. So it's actually voted on by our players on our team. Coach does not choose who that is. I was not expecting to receive it. I was kind of hoping another teammate would, but it was such an honor, and I just really appreciate the love and respect that I get from my teammates. I'm just proud to be on the team that I am. We've got a good group of girls, and very honored to receive it, but I think there could have been other people that should have won it, being honest.
Thank you for that response, Julia and Coach Boyle. We appreciate you being part of today's virtual media day and appreciate all that you all are doing. Look forward to seeing your team play this year and wish you all the best of success in the fall 2024 season.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.